All right. Today, our viewer has asked, what do you consider the best brain foods?
Well, what we eat certainly can influence how well our brains functions. And as a physician, let me start with some medical concerns. A high blood pressure can be really hard on the brain. There's a well-known condition called hypertensive encephalopathy. And if you have high blood pressure with clamped down arteries in that heart, every time it beats, sends a pressure wave out that bangs into the brain cells with a high pressure, can really damage them. And so over the years, high blood pressure can certainly hurt brain function. The arteries themselves, they clog up in the heart, causing heart attacks. We know they can clog up in the brain, causing strokes. But along the way, as those arteries get more and more clogged up, it diminishes the blood flow to the brain cells. And we find that many people suffering dementia, when you look at the arteries in their brain after death, we see how clogged up those arteries were. So a diet that helps open up those arteries, a plaque reversing diet like Dr. Esselstyn tells us about, is a great aid to better brain function. Obesity plays a role because obese people have lots of inflammatory molecules like cytokines and interleukin-6 in their brain, in their bloodstream, and that can influence adversely their brain function. And inflammation in general from all the junk sugars and processed foods and French fries that are cooked in high temperature oils. All these are full of free radicals, and those can certainly damage your brain as well. So a whole food plant-based diet reverses all of those serious medical conditions. So another reason for lots of salads and greens and soups and veggies. And on the other side, there are some foods that certainly have some very powerful antioxidant properties to them. The classic ones, of course, are blueberries, and I have some on my oatmeal most every morning. Indian gooseberries, amla, a little bit of that sprinkled into your food as very potent antioxidant. Acai berries at breakfast are good antioxidants. And some of the wonderful spices that people use, cloves and cinnamon and mint. These are wonderful. And the good old ground flax seeds we put on our oatmeal for the omega-3 fats are also very potent antioxidants. So get these whole foods in, especially the lovely spices, and pull out the meats and the dairies and the oils and the processed foods and the junk sugars, and you'll go a long way towards protecting that most precious organ that resides on our shoulders between our ears there. It's meant to run on whole foods, so meet it with that fuel and it'll last you a whole lifetime of bright, clear thoughts. Hi, everyone. Dr. Michael Klaper here, announcing our new format for our Q&A with Dr. K. Annie Hagen will be asking me one question that's been sent in by our viewers. So if you want to see if your question is getting answered, do join us for our Q&A with Dr. K right here. Hope to see you then.